Alright folks, and we are back with our Duna adventure. So, last we left off, we didn't really get into an intercept trajectory with Duna because I royally screwed up when we got into an intercept with the moon on our way out of the Kerbal orbit, so that kind of screwed up our whole entire thing. However, with quite a bit of finagling, I managed to do something. I'm not sure if it'll work exactly, but we have an intercept. We had to change around our nodes a little bit. We added another maneuver node here, and it's going to be a total of 605 meters per second of delta V. And that should hopefully get us to Duna. Let's actually take a look. What's the periaps going to be? It's going to be a really big periaps, but when we're there, we can actually... Well, actually, when we're closer and we're actually on an intercept with it, we'll be able to slightly nudge our orbit closer and maybe even do a light arrow braking maneuver and burn off some delta V that way so we don't have to use our rocket. Also, one thing I noticed, and I tried to fix it right away because this is going to be quite terrible when we have to do our burn, is when I put this pod here, it threw off the center of gravity of this spaceship. So the center of gravity of this spaceship is slightly pointed towards up, I guess you could say. And when we burn, our rocket's just going to want to tumble and flop around like a wet noodle. So I had to... there are rockets on this. So when we fire our rocket, the ship is going to want to rotate end over end. However, if I activate one or two of these rockets at a light amount of thrust, it should keep it stable. I know it's going to be wasting rocket fuel, and I'm kind of kicking myself for doing this. But this is the only part of the craft that's going to be able to make it to Duna, so we have to take it with us. So hopefully when we do our burn, these retro-firing rockets will keep us from flopping around like a wet noodle, and we can actually make it to our maneuver node. And our maneuver node is in 21 days. However, right now, I am going to see if we can find the maneuver node and get locked on it. There it is. And once we get there, we're going to speed up time, and we're going to do a very, very light thrust before the maneuver node to make sure that these rockets are working properly and they will keep us from flopping around, like I said before. Let's call it right there. Let's see if we can get even closer to the maneuver node. Nudge gently. And this is a very large rocket right now, so it is flopping around very oddly, but... And... perfect. I probably should have added another stage to this rocket, and instead of putting all of this awesome station up here, I probably just should have added rockets to the crew hatch. But maybe next time. Now that we actually have a station, or we hopefully will have a station in orbit around Duna, we'll just be able to send these little command pods, maybe with a small little attachment for extra living space, but we won't need to send all this extra weight up with us. Alright, let's turn off our lights. We don't need those anymore. That's just wasting electricity. Not that we really need it at this point in time. Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is the maneuver node's in 21 days, so let's speed up time until the maneuver node. Alright. 19 days. 15, 13, 12, 10. Oh my god, going really fast. 3 days, 2 days. Actually, let's take a look. Maybe we can just nudge our maneuver node just a slight bit to make it make the periaps a little bit lower. So that's 16 million meters. What if we just slightly nudge it? Okay, so we want to retro burn a light bit. Nope. Okay, so we had it closer before. 18 million. 18. 17. 17.3. 15, there we go. That's a slight bit more. 15, maybe down to 14. Ooh, 12. Nice. Even lower, 11. Uh-oh, that was a bit too much. Now we're back up to 16, 17 almost. Oh, 15. If we can get it back down to like 11 or 12, that'd be fantastic. Okay, 10. That's about as low as we're going to be able to get it for the periaps right now. We're going to do another correction burn a little bit closer, assuming we have fuel left. That's another thing. We might not have enough fuel for all of this. Alright, let's speed up time until we are at our burn point. Still 1 day off, 5 hours. So, oh my god, nope, nope, nope. We are only 1 hour away from our burn. So I gotta slow down my time warp. Alright. Well, we're getting closer. I gotta make sure. Thrust limiter's at 51%. I think I have this set so that it's going to not flop around everywhere. Yep, that thruster is turned off. As is, I believe, that one. Can't really see it. 41 minutes away from our burn. That thruster's at 100%. We'll see. If we don't go straight, we're going to have to figure something else out, but we'll see what happens. That thrust limit's at 50%, so I think I have everything set properly. We're 5 minutes away, 4 minutes away, 3, 2, 1. Let's slow down. Alright. We're 1 minute away from our burn. Make sure we're smack dab on the correct trajectory that we need to go. And alright, we're gonna put our SAS on. We are exactly 1 minute away from our correction burn. And this will determine if we're actually making it to Duna or not, because things could go horribly wrong. I suppose we can turn our lights back on. Okay, 40 seconds away. And once we're en route, we can transfer the people over from the command pod into the storage and other containers for a nice relaxing journey there, so they don't have to be sitting in their seats the whole time. Alright, we're 10 seconds away. Actually, we can probably start burning right now. Alright. We're kind of, sort of, staying on target. Yep, we're staying on target because these rockets are firing. And we're going to have more than enough fuel to get there. I'm probably going to have to do another correction burn because we're slightly drifting off target. And that'll be good. Let's see here. I don't believe we're in an intersect course. Let's remove this. So, we're going to do another burn over here. Actually, we'll see, can we do another burn like a couple hours away? Add maneuver. Okay, there we go. That's all we needed to get an intercept course again. Let's see if we can get even closer. 13 million. 14 million, so let's ease back on that a little bit. 12 million, what about if we speed up a little bit? Still 12 million, so let's... Still 12 million. It's actually slightly reduces the periaps. Oops, I can completely get rid of it then. 16. Oop. No, quit disappearing on me. No, I'm going to delete this and we're gonna try it again because all we needed to do was do a little bit of this, was it? Nope. Other way. Oh my god, too many maneuver nodes. Go away. It's right here. We'll add a maneuver. There we go. Perfect. 16 million. 16 million still. 14 million. Got it down to 13 before. 12 million. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we have another maneuver node in several days. However, I believe we can transfer our crew. Nope, no crew in there. Okay, well, I know you can actually transfer people just via not EVA, but I think we're going to go on an EVA. And Jeb Kerman is going to be manning the capsule. However, we'll have Bill Kerman pop out of here. Turn on his RCS. Turn on his lights. Let's slowly drift down. Grab onto that. And we'll board it. Hooray! Alright, Bill Kerman's inside of this. Let's see what the IVA looks like from in here. Sweet! There's a lot of room in here, especially compared to the little capsule. We've got some trash, rubbish, refuse, trash, junk. So pretty much all the same stuff over there. We got food and not food. Laundry. It's good to label not food. You don't want to be eating that stuff. Board games, of course. And toothbrushes. Can't forget those. And space. Sweet. Well, that's cool. And let's get Bob Kerman in the space lab. Let's let go. Nope, I meant to let go. Let's let go. Turn on our RCS. Turn on our lights. And then we're going to get closer, burn down a bit. There we go. Grab onto that. And board. Unfortunately, there's no IVA for good old Bob Kerman. Alright. Now, in the meantime, we are going to want to go on our maneuver node. Ugh. Turn off our SAS. I think that's fighting it a little bit. And once we get there... Okay. Oop, oop, oop. And ready, set, lock. And we'll go burn a little bit that way. There we go. Perfect. We are right on our maneuver node. We only have 24 meters per second to burn, so that's not much delta V at all. We have more than enough propellant. However, I am worried about our propellant inside of our capsule. Actually, see how much monopropellant do we have left? Not that much, actually. Should be enough to lower our orbit enough to get into the Duna atmosphere, but not much past that. In fact, I might have to transfer... I don't think I can transfer stuff in. Maybe I can somehow transfer monopropellant from these tanks to these tanks. We'll see if I can manage that. However, in the meantime, we have 11 days to wait. Jeb Kerman is all alone in his capsule, but he's got more breathing space at least. But he is the commander of this mission, so he's got the duty of flying the ship. Alright, well, we have a little bit of time to wait before the before the next maneuver node, so let's fly on over to it. Alright. Getting closer. 2, 1, 0. Let's slow down. Exit the map view. No! Dang it. Well, apparently that didn't do much. But it did change where our maneuver node's going to be. That's annoying. I gotta stop pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. Alright, well, let's find that maneuver node again. Herp, oh, lerp a derp. Alright. Oh. Am I going the wrong way? Okay, we're getting there. We still have 4 hours to make it, so we have plenty of time. And I think this will do it. Alright. Turn the SAS on. That's where we're going to want to stick it. Alright, we have 45 meters per second of delta V that we need to get. Not too bad. Alright. Let's speed up time until we're at our maneuver node. Three hours, 2 hours, 1, just about there. 34 minutes, so we got about half an hour yet. This will be the telling, decisive moment to see if we're getting to Duna. Okay, we are T-minus several. Okay, crap. No, come back here, maneuver node. Okay, so I don't think this is going to work. Why are you doing this, maneuver node? Stop being like this. Well, we're getting... Our closest approach is really close now, but... This is really, really annoying that... I wonder if the precision isn't enough to let us? Let's try doing this again. Nope, wrong way. Closest approach is 71,000. That's pretty freaking close. So let's do that. Our approach is really close. Almost. Oh, we almost had it. Okay. So our closest approach is about 71 million kilometers away. What if we increase our speed? No. I wonder if we're not on the same plane. That could be. I think it's just that we screwed up the rocket design. If we didn't have an offset to our center of mass and center of thrust, I think we'd be fine. What if we burn up, maybe? Oh, there we go. Burn up even more, maybe? Ooh. 36, nope, that's getting too far. 32. Oh. Okay, there we go. Well, we can still get encounters with it, but it's getting increasingly hard. Alright, well, back to the maneuver node. Well, I think I'm going to just do some off-screen stuff until we either can or cannot get an intercept, because this is getting kind of frustrating. Especially if you burn directly on the maneuver node, it still moves around all around, and it doesn't work, which is kind of annoying to say the least. Okay, well, I'll be back in a little bit to see what we can see. Alright, well, something's pretty seriously messed up with this rocket. I think it has something to do with the fact that, the nav ball isn't the way it's supposed to be, because it's technically sideways and facing down in relation to our rocket, so that might be part of the reason why it's not working correctly. I'm sure some of you have a better idea, or think you have a better idea of why it's not working, but I think we're going to save this type of rocket design, except we're going to launch another one. We're going to have to wait until the orbital period comes around again, and then we are going to keep this particular rocket right there until we have an intercept, and until we're really, really, really close, because it seems like that is screwing it up, because I think this rocket is actually pushing down, which is altering our trajectory, because we have to, in order to keep it straight, this is pushing down, and it's just messing all sorts of things up. So yeah, this particular rocket's gonna be stuck out here a while, and it's not going anywhere. So we're gonna have to go back to good old Kerbal, and we're gonna essentially wait until we... Oh, where are you? There's Kerbal. Actually, we'll just go back to the Space Center. That's big enough for those guys to live out there forever. They'll be fine. So we will take another spaceship, same design. Wow, which one was that? Duna Lander Mark 1. Yeah, there we go. And, in fact, we might just be able to get rid of most of this science stuff. We'll keep this little pod here, but we'll get rid of this big science pod. I don't think we really need it. Nah, we'll keep it. And we will launch. However, we're going to have to wait for another opportunity to arise where Kerbal is at a 40 to 45 degree angle to us, so I am going to do that off screen so you don't have to sit here for what's probably going to be a good, I don't know, 10 minutes while I wait for the approach angles to be correct, because that is far too shallow of an angle. So we are going to speed up time. I'll be back with you guys in a bit. Alright folks, and we're back, and we're at about a 45 degree angle to the planet Duna. And yes, this spacecraft might eventually come into contact with Duna, but it's probably not going to be for a while. And if that ever happens, maybe we'll try to get it recaptured. But for the time being, we'll launch another crew with in a different spaceship and see what will happen. And hopefully the MUN doesn't get in the way and screw up our orbit. So, well, let's launch this candle and see what happens. So, launching? Well, actually, let's wait until it's daytime out. We wait until it's daytime. There we go. Just makes things a little bit easier, and we're gonna launch in 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we go. We got Dudekin Kerman, we have Hagard Kerman, and Lenfred Kerman. Some people that we don't really know, but pretty do. Wow, I can't talk today. I really do like Dudekin's Kerman name, so he's going to be our commander. Dudekin. Nice. Alright, we'll probably throttle back a little bit. Nah, we'll keep going full throttle. And everything's going pretty well. That is a big shadow. And again, this is a big rocket. And hopefully we won't screw up like last time. I know we're not going to be attaching the crew pod to the side until we have an intercept. In fact, probably we're not going to attach it to the side at all. And we'll reserve those for craft when we launch more missions to Duna. That's probably what's going to happen. So everything's going well so far. You can see the airstrip way off in the distance on these, what looks like a Hawaiian island chain. Let's slightly start to tip a bit. Get our gravity burn going a little bit. Everybody's freaking out. Even awesome Dudekin Kerman. None of them are going to be like Jeb, unfortunately. Just not going to happen. Alright, let's take a look at our trajectory, see what's happening. Ooh, we're zoomed out a bit there, eh? Alright, looking good. Apoaps still isn't even close to being in space yet. Can probably start burning towards the 90-degree mark. And we'll put our SAS marker right on there. Perfect. Still have plenty of fuel left. And once these fuel rockets are... once these fuel tanks are empty, we'll release the staging, and this will still have in full fuel tanks, so we should be in good shape. Let's start to nose over a little bit more. And... Oh. Perfect. Perfect. We're in the upper atmosphere. I'm guessing we can start to nose over even more. Let's lock it in right there. Let's take a look at our trajectory. We are totally going to be into space. And we can actually probably start burning at the 90-degree mark over here to start expanding our orbit and get our orbital velocity up, because we have our altitude. In fact, we probably don't even need to be at full thrust right now. You know what? I'm actually going to turn off the engines, wait until we're at our apoaps, and burn there. Alright. So let's take a look at... I think it's going to be at like 100 and something thousand meters, 120. So we'll just wait until we're somewhere close, probably 110 or 115. That'll be good. Let's burn directly at the 90-degree horizon mark. Turn off our SAS. That's fighting it a bit. And there we go. About 3/4 throttle should be fine. No, don't go back. Don't go back. That's where we want you to stay. Okay. Well, looks like we're probably a little bit too low yet, so we're gonna wait a bit. 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where it was, so let's turn off our SAS. Move this big behemoth of a rocket. Lock our SAS again, and full throttle. Well, they're enjoying themselves a little bit more now. Hengard Kerman is liking it. Alright, let's take a look at our orbit. It's starting to look like an orbit now. It's getting there. And once we're right around this point in our orbit, we can probably just do a full burn and see if we can reach Duna. So let's do that. Okay, good. We have an orbit. Let's take a look, see where we are. Actually, this is where we're going to want to burn. On this side, right near our apoaps. So we're going to add a maneuver. See if we can reach Duna. So, oh, there we go. We're going to set this as a target. Oh, where'd my maneuver node go? There we go. Ooh. Close. Once again, we might have miscalculated. No, I think this one's manageable. So Nope, wrong way. Well, we'll figure something out. Well, we are in orbit around Kerbin, so we can actually wait if we need to, and I think we might have to wait a little bit. Because, well, let's take a look at that one more time. Let's add the maneuver. Whoops. Let's zoom out a little bit first. So, we are going to be here, and Duna's going to be here, which means we have to wait a little bit. So what we can do is we can wait. We'll wait orbiting around the planet Kerbin for a while until the closest approach is going to be right next to... Actually, we'll probably want to make it like right there, so our closest approach is going to be right around here, or maybe even at our apoapse. So that is going to be doable. It's just, I think we launched maybe a bit too soon, but we can orbit around Kerbin for a while doing sciences above Kerbin. So I think we're actually going to leave it there, and I think next episode we're probably definitely going to get to Kerbin. We just need to wait a little bit around, or we're definitely going to get to Duna, rather. We're just going to wait around Kerbin for a little bit. I'll probably do that off screen, and yeah, so I guess that'll be it for this episode. Thank you folks for watching. We will be getting to Duna soon, so see you folks next time.